So yesterday we made this bow at the end of our live, towards the end of our live yesterday, and I'm not gonna make it go to waste. I'm not gonna just have it sitting around. So we're gonna use this. I pulled the colors, some of the colors of flowers from this ribbon for our project. So I pulled some pinks and yellows and purples. But y'all, this is our half bow that we made yesterday on our easy bow maker. Look how pretty that is, y'all. So we are gonna work on a grapevine. Remember, y'all, this is just one of those half bows. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops of ribbon and 12 tails. So I'm putting this in that bottom right hand corner. Now normally I put my bows on my bottom right hand corner on a Deco mesh wreath, but I'm going to put it on the bottom right hand corner of this grapevine wreath. So that's where I stuck that. I'm going to just dovetail my ribbons. Now remember, I cut those dovetails as close as I can to the edge, because if I need to cut some of these ribbons a little bit shorter, I can. I can always cut the ribbon. I can't always put ribbon back. So now that our ribbon is put in place, I want to go ahead and add in our main floral stem, which is this hydrangea pick. Always want to make sure that you fluff out your stems. Your greenery goes where you want it to go, not where it wants to go. Cut that at an angle. And we're going to come through and we're going to go ahead and put some glue. And I want to make sure that that bow stays where I want it. So I'm going to come right up. And notice I really bent that floral stem. I use a zip tie. If you wanted to, you could use some wire. But where I bent that stem, I'm going to just gather some of that grapevine that I have. And just zip tying that in so it stays where I want it to stay. Okay? Always got to make sure to fluff out those stems. So just once again, cutting that at an angle. I like to cut it at an angle because it gives me a little bit more. It goes in that grapevine a little easier, I've found, if I put it at that knife edge. Because y'all, I am not going to use a steel pick machine. I've cut myself one too many times on those, using those steel picks. So now I want to go ahead and I want to add in our 60919, and I'm going to cut this 60919 into different pieces. So notice I'm cutting the longer piece of that 60919 off. And I'm just going to leave those bundled up over there. You can always use those on another project. Red. So I'm using one of each color, y'all. So I used the taller part of the 60919. So I used blue, pink, yellow, red, turquoise, lavender, and our orange. Okay, so just making sure I fluff out all of my stems. So now we're just taking our 60919 that we have, and we're going to start adding these in. So now we're going to come in and we're going to add 3 or 4 stems of 60919 in all different colors. So y'all, look how pretty that looks. A nice wildflower mix as well. Okay, so now I want to add in our I like to call these like dancing flowers, because one, they kind of remind me of the paper flowers that you can get, that you make during Fiesta, but they also provide some movement to my wreath. So coming in, moving some of those stems, making sure to get that grapevine. I always want to make sure I get that grapevine. Use some of our leftovers here. Add some more color to this. So y'all, look how pretty that wreath came out.